Hello, my gorgeous Leo. My name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your weekly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous Leone, and it's in between the 18th and the 24th of July 2022. I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for you. Do you know why? Because I know that not that long ago you have gone through something very, very difficult, or something quite maybe something very emotionally difficult, something quite something that made you feel a little bit dark, a little bit negative, a little bit sad, something that just made you feel really, really sensitive, and something that made you aware of the fact how people are very special in our lives. And it also made you aware of the fact that this life, it goes really, really fast indeed. It's all about you realizing and making the most out of that situation. You're gonna have such a moment when you're gonna be able to turn this negative and sad and quite blue negative energy. You're going to be able to turn into something very special and something very positive indeed. Why am I really happy for you right now, my gorgeous Leone? Because I know that you went through something very difficult, something that made you feel so emotional indeed, and something that made you to question so much about life, and something that made you go as deep as possibly you could go. And it's a lot to do with your own spirituality, with your feelings, with your emotions, with love, with people in your life. But also it's about you understanding that there is something really special that you have kind of learned out of it, especially when it comes to understanding that things that you want to do in life, you just do it, just go for it. Fight in your life for things that mean to you. Fight in your life for things that make you feel happy. Fight in your life for things that make you feel good about yourself. You are the only one who knows what's the best for you, okay? Always, you are always the only one who knows what's the best for you, my gorgeous Leone. So I'm very happy for you indeed. The beginning of this week, why am I so happy, extremely happy? It's about the recognition. I'm so glad. And this recognition, it's about the part of your life that you've been working towards so much. To some of you, for example, it's like a lot to do with a certain project, okay, that slowed itself down a little bit. You were okay, you were successful, you were fine, but it just kind of slowed down a little bit. And for some of you, it's going to be like, if you're looking for work, if you're looking for job, then this is something like, oh my God, something really mind-blowing it's coming, and it's going to surprise you so much how strongly you're going to feel towards this specific aspect of your life. But this is all going to be good, because it's going to be the clear direction and indication how much you've actually changed over the last couple of years. And even if you are retired, then it is to do with a really important victory and the recognition, the part of your life that you have been working on. This is like for you, for every single one of you, basically the part of that you have been working on so strongly, the path that you have found yourself at, especially over the last 2 years. Now there is going to be a sacred and very important recognition. On one hand, your energy is going to be having a very special vibration throughout this week, which also means that you are going to be noticed by the people that you want to be noticed by. So don't kind of use and waste this energy for people who don't mean anything to you. Don't waste this energy to have an argument with someone or something. No, just try to kind of like really see which part of your life do you want to achieve, what is standing in your way, what's blocking you, and just throw yourself in it. Indeed, this is something that you should do. But the bottom line is, at the beginning of the week, you're going to get an important information and message which is going to make you aware of a really specific recognition when it comes to something that you've been working on for such a long time. So now this is going to be the moment where you're going to feel so much optimism, so much happiness, and the things that you felt like negative about over the last maybe the last 2 or 3 weeks in particular, now this is going to start disappearing, because this in itself, it's really going to confirm your direction. And even at the time when you were uncertain and unsure what you were doing, this is brilliant. It's going to make you aware that you are into something really big. You are going to find yourself on a very special and sacred path, but also you're going to need to understand that now, after this moment in time, it's all about taking one step at a time, and it's all about your own patience indeed. On another hand, my gorgeous Leone, you know what I find? Can you hear it? The police, wee. You know what else, my gorgeous Leonie? That, you know, at the beginning of the week, someone is really going to challenge you. Someone is going to wind you up. Someone is going to challenge you. And this is going to be like a certain person in your life who means to you a lot, who means to you so much. But that particular person is going through something very difficult, but they're really going to kind of get on your nerves a little bit. And they're going to be challenging you. And you will want to put your foot down. But what you need to remember is that person is going through something very difficult. So if you can rise above it, would be absolutely fantastic. But on another hand, you know what, I really like it here, that challenge that you're going to have through that person, there is something that is really going to inspire you so much. So someone is going to try to wind you up, and you're going to remember that that person is going through something really, really difficult. They're extremely sensitive, and sometimes they act a little bit unusual, but you're already going to be aware of it, and you're going to act appropriately. You're going to kind of rise above it. And this is going to be a brilliant moment, because suddenly you're going to realize something. Suddenly you're going to, like, through this, like, you kind of like rising above the situation, when you get like a little bit kind of like a challenged, you're going to realize at that moment in time something is going to come to you as a spiritual reward. And what is going to come to you? An inspiration. And I like this so much, because that inspiration that is going to come to you at that moment in time, it's also going to plant an important spiritual seed. So without you even knowing, you're going to give a birth to a certain creation, which is going to become a very strong part of your life, especially when it comes to the next 11 months indeed. And also, on another hand, you know, you're going to become aware of the certain deception and something very dark and devilish, and it's nothing to do with your life in particular, like nothing to do with the people in your life this time, but it's to do with something that you noticed on the outside, okay, something that you were paying attention to, something that you were watching, and some kind of like a devilish group of people, some kind of snakish group of people. It's going to become absolutely obvious here. You're not going to quite know exactly what is going on, but you will definitely know that these people, or this person, or this group of people, it's just like there is something not quite right. It's to do with the deception, of course, but at the same time, it is a really kind of going to make you aware that you are like kind of getting this in the right way. You're understanding this in the right way, because there are going to be so many elements of something bizarre. Maybe these people believe in something very negative, something really strange, something really demonic. Do you know what I mean? It's going to have all these elements around, but you, at the moment in time when you're going to feel so kind of powerful, especially when it comes to your intuition, you will know that this is only going to work so beneficial for you, because it's at least going to open your eyes, and it's also going to give you like a food for thoughts when it comes to like how to avoid the situations and people in your life that you do not want to be part of, that you do not want to associate yourself with. And even more so, this is going to increase your confidence, because you will know that you are doing the right thing indeed. By the time you get to the mid part of this week, my gorgeous Leonie, I like it so much. For those of you that are in relationship, this is going to be a big moment here. For those of you that are in relationship, what you were working on and what you wanted to achieve, it was very slowed down. Something really kind of affected your life, because especially over the last 2 or 3 years, you really wanted to like kind of make a really massive, huge move, and it just wasn't happening, you know, purely because the things on the outside changed quite a lot, and that affected your life, and that slowed you down. But it did put both of you in a limbo, and it made you feel really uncomfortable and negative. So now this is going to be absolutely brilliant, because you are going to get something that you were both waiting for. The couples, Leonis, this is for you, for the couples right now. Something that you've both been waiting for. Now you're going to realize you're able to do this. You're about to have your green light indeed. You're able to see the whole road right in front of you without any blockages whatsoever. You will know that it's time to make the necessary step. And those of you that are single, you know, my gorgeous Leonie, it's like, oh my Lord, you will know that, you know, there is someone very special about to start walking into your life. There is someone very special that is about to start walking into your life, my gorgeous Leonie, slowly but surely. But it's going to happen in such a way where you are going to be really kind of thinking about a certain blockage and a certain aspect aspect of your life. And then you're going to realize that you're going to be able to do this. You're going to be able to go through and forward, and this is going to surprise you. And this in itself is going to consist of you just like continuing with something that was slow, that was like kind of really slowed down. So that continuation, it's also bringing you someone very, very special into your life, my gorgeous Leone. And even if you don't become aware of who is this person, you are gonna know that this element of you kind of like continuing with something, it's going to put you on the path with this very special person indeed. And also, my gorgeous Leone, a very, very interesting opportunity. The midweek is bringing you a very important and interesting opportunity completely out of the blue. And I say out of the blue because if that opportunity came to you like about 2 or 3 months ago, you wouldn't even notice it. So now, out of the blue, this is actually going to happen at a time when you are also like doing something completely different. There is going to be some kind of time when you're like in the nature, or you will be facing the sun, or you will be meditating, or you will be relaxing, or you will be chilling out. And then it's going to be very unusual sign that you are going to have. Very, very unusual sign. Something is going to happen, and it's really going to really grab your attention. Something is going to happen around you. Whether you're going to see something, whether you're going to hear something, whether you're going to feel something, it really depends. But what you're going to feel and hear and things like that, it's just going to be outwardly. It's not going to be from this world, and it's going to bring a very unique sign. And that sign that you are going to have is going to make you aware of that opportunity. And the opportunity that you are going to have, it's also like, my God, like first of all, it's going to be like one opportunity, but as the time goes by, within the next few months, you will see as the weeks go by and things like that, the more and more you're going to find out and realize about it, but especially with things that it's going to actually start bringing into your life. So that moment, it's also going to make you aware of important adjustments that you're going to need to make, just in terms of priorities changing, which is absolutely natural, which is absolutely normal. This is the time of your own transformation, but it's also the time when you will know that, the certain aspect is just not working out. It's not working in your life, something that was really draining your energy over the last 3 months. And you don't need to stop this. You just need to kind of see what else you can bring into it in order to make it more colorful for yourself, in order to make it more interesting, because it's to do with an aspect that means to you so much, but it's been very, very slow. And it's also about you understanding that, patience, you need to be patient, this is what you need to understand. The last part of this week, it's like, oh my God, now this is going to mean to you so much, because the big wish is something is going to start happening here, like a really important message, some kind of really big wish, it's going to come forward. On one hand, this is emotionally going to make you feel so good about yourself, it's going to impress you, it's going to inspire you, it's going to make you feel so happy, but it's also going to reflect on your personal and financial stability in the best possible way. That in itself, you will know that the things are moving on slowly but surely, but at the same time, the people in your life in the last week are going to be playing a really big role, because somebody who is in your life in the last part of this week, it's also at the same time going to really kind of like it's going to have a conversation with you, very interesting conversation, very unusual conversation. And that conversation, it's really going to give you an idea how to deal with a certain challenge, and it's going to come from someone who knows you so well. And this in itself is going to be absolutely brilliant thing, because when you start dealing with that challenge, you will absolutely you're going to become so determined, like, oh my God, something is going to change within you, because something very sacred, certain information that you're going to realize through this person, but also at the same time determination, it's going to be absolutely mind-blowing indeed. This in itself, it's really going to show you, and it's going to make you aware of the fact that now things are going to start changing for you big time, you know, and now there is no way back in the best possible way. Just remember, my gorgeous Leonie, if you don't jump in the water, you will never learn how to swim. Now, most certainly, it's time to jump in the water indeed. Okay, my gorgeous Leonie, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light. So I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.